Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round number 3 of the Northwest Short Track Tour preseason. It's going to be round 3 of 4 here for these fine gentlemen taking the field tonight here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, located in Concord, North Carolina. Tonight, we have 13 drivers on deck here, getting ready to take their turn here at qualifying. We're going to have 2 laps to lay down the quickest time. Remember, 10 points going to first, 8 points going to second, 6 points to third, 4 points to fourth, 2 points to fifth. Everyone else is going to race their way in through the heat race. Alrighty, so in qualifying, in practice, we had quite a few drivers up at the top. Looked like we had Josh Childress up at the top there. So we'll take a look here and see how fast we were going. It looks like Josh Childress was running at 29.545, so expect to see around that time here in qualifying. Followed closely behind by Andrew Lemke. Lemke was running about a 6. 6s and 7s are where you're going to need to be if you want to be right up there in the mix in the top 5 there. So top 5 in practice, Josh Childress. Second is Andrew Lemke. Third, Taylor Alto. Fourth, newcomer Scott Colm, making his presence known with a 4th place run in practice here. And Devin Matthews rounds out your top 5 in practice. 13 drivers on deck. Right now we have Dylan Matthews taking his out lap. It's like Dominic Hunter has already got his lap started here. We'll get the points out of the, get the times out of the way and get to looking at these qualifying times. So Dominic Hunter, last week coming home with 2 weeks ago, coming home not with the best of shape car, but living and learning, brand new to iRacing. Oh, he's in the wall out of turn number 1, and that's going to destroy lap number 1 for him. We'll see if he can come back for lap number 2. Unfortunate start here for Dominic Hunter, not what he was hoping for. Andrew Lemke coming around for his first lap. We'll see what he can get done. As Ecalbarger runs a 31.6, Lemke to the top of the board, 29.89, followed by Scott Colm with a 30.03. Dominic Hunter coming around for his final lap here. What's he going to do here, ladies and gentlemen? After getting into the wall here, we're going to run a 30.28, so that's going to put him down at the bottom of the pack here. But Dylan Matthews finished his second run there. Looks like Ryan Macleod as well. Looks like we're coming around. Ecalbarger coming around for his final lap here. And Ecalbarger going to go quicker here. Moves up to the second spot. Scott Colm takes the second spot. So we got a close battle here. Lemke with a 29.69, the time to beat right now. And we'll see who can get it done here. Matthews coming around to take the checkered flag here. Matthews going to go P3. Bryson Richardson, second lap out, must have gotten to the wall there on the first lap. Going to run a 29.95, so 29.69, the time to beat right now. Lemke making his presence known real quick. Bobby Graddy coming around for his first lap. Taylor Alto is taking his lap as well. Bobby Graddy set to run a 38.4, so he needs to pick up quite a bit of time here. Alto hitting into 3 here. Leaving on the exit of 4. What can he do? Can he gain back here? Alto was real quick 2 weeks ago at Richmond. And we'll see if he can get it done here as well. P2 for Taylor Alto. 29.80. 29.80 for Taylor Alto. Lemke still leading with a 29.69. Josh Childress now out on track. Bobby Graddy going to run second now. That was a second pickup, and that's going to put Grady in third. We still got 3 cars left to qualify. Matthews down the backstretch on his first lap. Josh Childress is on his out lap here, and so is Isaiah Gill coming around to take his first lap. But Matthews coming around for his first qualifying lap. Let's see what he can run here. It's going to put him P9. He's going to need to pick up a little speed here on the second lap. We'll see if he can get it done. Oh, he's down on the apron. That's going to mess this whole lap up, folks. Big mistake here from the 29. Can he regain it? He's got a lot of time to pick up if he wants to get into that top 5. Otherwise, he'll be in the heat race. We'll see if he can get it done here, folks. Matthews out of 4. Looking all right. Not too bad, but that first turn messed him up. Let's see what he can run here. And he's going to go a little quicker, 31.0. Isaiah Gill came out. He ran a 30.00 flat. And Childress, Josh Childress, on his first lap runs a 29.79. Can Josh Childress take over Andrew Lemke here with the 29.69? He's got a 10th to pick up here. Childress fastest in practice. Remember, ran a 29.545. A little bit off that time, but he can make it happen. Gill just finished his second lap. Where's that move, Gill? Gill moves up to second. Childress needs a lap here. Childress is the last one. Can he get it done? It looks like he's not going to be able to. So Andrew Lemke going to take home the pole, 10 points, and going to start pretty on the field here. Gill rounds it out in second, and we're going to get right to the heat races. Let's take a look here at the qualifying results. So Andrew Lemke going to take home the pole. Congratulations, Andrew Lemke, 29.691. Isaiah Gill followed closely behind with a 29, can't remember, about a tenth slower. Josh Childress in third, Taylor Alto in fourth, and Bobby Grady rounds out your top 5. So we're going to have everybody from 6th on back race their way in. We got about 8 cars for this heat race. Let's get to the grid here. All right, starting pole on the field here is going to be Devin Matthews in the number 7 machine. Starting P2 is going to be Dominic Hunter here in the 18 car. Matthews is not going to start the race, it looks like. We're going to get rolling here for 8 laps. So Dominic Hunter going to start outside pole. Ryan Macleod's in third is going to move up to the pole spot here. Kyle Matthews is going to start in 4th position. Corey Ecalbarger is going to start in the 5th position here. Dylan Matthews in the 6th position. Bryson Richardson is going to move up to the outside. He's going to get to the 6th spot. And Scott Colm is going to round out the field here. So Devin Matthews, unfortunately, not going to be able to race in the heat race here. I'm not sure what's going on there, but loses out on that pole position after a strong qualifying run. So we'll see what he can do. Dominic Hunter is going to start on the field. We're going to get going green here quick here, folks. Only 1 pace lap, so no time to wait. Alrighty. Ryan Macleod's going to lead us to green here after the 7 car was unable to start the race for this heat race. Hopefully you can make it out for the main. Going to have to start in the back of the pack, though. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 7 cars. 8 laps. Let's see who can get it done. And the green flag is out. Ryan Macleod with a slow start. Bryson Richardson moves to the outside there on the start here. And we're 3 wide already. 1 car in the grass. Ryan Macleod leads. Dominic Hunter to second. We got a car in the wall. We got the 29 machine and the 08 machine together here. The caution is out. Caution is out. Unfortunately. The 08 and the 29 are going to get together here. And let's go back and take a replay here, folks. Let's go back and get a good look. All right, ladies and gentlemen, got it pulled up here. We'll take a look here and see what happened. All right, Bryson Richardson here on the outside, the 29. Watch the 08 and the 29 here. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and get together slightly. 29 moves up the track, up towards the wall. Doesn't realize that 08's there, really, and there's nowhere for that 08 to go. They both get into the wall here. Matthews disappears there for a second, but the 08 is still in the wall here, and that's what's going to bring out your first caution here, ladies and gentlemen. 08 and the 29 car get together. Hopefully that 29 car can get repaired here for the restart, and the 08 looks to be not too damaged, but you never know with these guys. So we'll get going green and see what's going on. Looks like the 37 and the 18 are kissing almost. I'm not sure what's going on up front here, but they are together. So what an eventful first lap there, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they were all at it. Bryson Richardson on that start immediately went going and don't think the 29 expected him to be on his outside already, and that's what caused that one there. So the pace light's still on the iRacing pace car up front there. 29 blinking pretty bad. Let's get a rundown of the field currently. Macleod's going to lead. Dominic Hunter in second. No positions changed there. Ecalbarger's going to move up 2 spots from his starting position in 5th to 3rd. Scott Combs going to start outside here, moving up from his 7th place starting position to 4th. Dylan Matthews up 1 spot, plus 1 to 5th. Kyle Matthews going to have 1 spot back here after that wreck. And Bryson Richardson in the back also as well after their calamity. So we're going to get started going green here. Ryan Macleod is going to lead us to the green flag once again. And the green is out. Green is out. Great start by that number 37 Reese's machine. And Dominic Hunter is going to fill in behind him. And we got racing back here in the pack of the pack, folks. Scott Combs, Dylan Matthews, side by side getting into one. Macleod has a great jump. And they're going to have to battle around this 73. 73 a little slow on the inside. Matthews gets held up. Combs takes the 3rd spot. Matthews trying to get around that 73. Here comes Kyle Matthews. Dylan Matthews, Kyle Matthews. Uncle and nephew. Who's going to get it done? Scott Combs on the point. Dominic Hunter looks inside of that 37. Can't make a move work. Scott Combs all over the back bumper of the 18 car. Scott Combs to P number 2. And Combs is up 5 spots in 2 laps. Dominic Hunter falls back to 3rd. We got battles going on all over the track here. Combs looking to march his way up to the top here on Ryan Macleod after Macleod's been leading the first 4 laps. Both the Matthews back here working on each other. I think the 29 got in the back of the 17 there for a minute, and 17 had to get it. The 29's in the wall, and that gives room for Corey Ecalbarger to take into 5th. But only the top spot matters, and Combs going to make his move on the outside of the 37. 37 holding strong in turn number 1. Inside 37, outside 66. 32 in game, and the 32 is clear down the backstretch. 1 car length for the 32, going into turn number 3. Still 1 car length. Dominic Hunter holding strong. Number 17 machine and Dylan Matthews looking inside of that 18 machine out of the front stretch here as we get down into the dog leg. Matthews is going to clear. Oh, he's still there at his quarter. Outside 18, inside 17. I think that 17 is clear out of turn number 1. Down the backstretch here, Ryan Macleod gets a great run on that 32 car. Your leader, 2 laps to go. We're coming to the white flag. Can Macleod make anything work here? He looks on the middle groove. The 32's in the wall. We got beaten and banging for the first spot. Oh my goodness, and the 32 goes around off the front bumper of the 37. And we're still green, folks. They get it moving, and that's going to move the 17 up to 1st. Matthews still holding on. 2 car lengths on Dominic Hunter coming down the backstretch here. This is the final lap, folks. 3 car lengths, 4 car lengths, pulling away now. Matthews coming around turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, it looks like your winner is going to be that number 17 machine of Dylan Matthews, taking home his point and a heat race win. Congratulations, Dylan Matthews. Good run for him, and he's got a good-looking car for the main event. We'll see if he can get it done here. After calamity between Ryan Macleod and Scott Combs, that opened the door for that number 17 to just take the lead and run away with it. Great run by Dominic Hunter after a slow start there. Going to bring home 2nd when he started in, and Dylan Matthews takes the point there. So we're going to bust right in to this main event. And we'll warm up here. We got 3 minutes. We'll let these guys get these cars all warmed up. Hopefully that 7 car can make it back in. Kyle Matthews going to take us out here, folks. Isaiah Gill in second. So let these guys play around for a little bit. Hopefully get that number 7 car back in and decompress from that amazing heat race we just had here. And we'll get started going green here momentarily, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and we're going to get our gridded lineup here started here. Take a look at our starting grid here. Starting on the first row, we got Kyle Matthews on pole, Bryson Richardson outside pole here. Corey Ecalbarger is going to start third, Dominic Hunter in fourth, Dylan Matthews in fifth. We got Bobby Graddy back here in the 6th position. Taylor Alto is going to be starting in the 7th position. Josh Childress is going to start in the 8th position. Isaiah Gill in the 9th position. Andrew Lemke is going to start in the 10th position. That was your fastest time here. Andrew Lemke, remember with that 29.69. Starting in 11th is going to be Scott Colm with Ryan Macleod starting in 12th here. And then Devin Matthews is going to start shotgun on the field after missing the heat race here. So a good battle set to take place here. 55 laps. No extra tires. No pit stops needed. We'll see if these guys can get it done. Kyle Matthews is going to take us to the green flag here. And remember, these are quick caution laps. So lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go green when we get to the restart zone, and See who can get it done for 55 laps here. As we get ready to take the green, I want to take a moment to thank everybody watching at home and everybody in the field here tonight. This should be a good one. We're looking for some great action as the 29 car takes us to the green flag.
Ready, green, green, green.
We're green on race number 3 of the Northwest Short Track Tour preseason. Great start by the 29. He's got 3 car lengths on second place. Bryson Richardson. Corey Ecalbarger in third. Dominic Hunter to a quick outside of that 73. He's going to take third. Bobby Graddy to follow. Followed by Josh Childress on the outside in that M&M's machine. Corey Ecalbarger gets together with the 18. We got a wreck down the backstretch. A big wreck for the 18 car. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's go back here. This was an insane wreck, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take another look. Oh my goodness. We'll get a better look. That was crazy. The 1873 get together, just get caught, and the 18 gets sent straight to the inside wall, and it just destroys that 18 machine. Oh my God, what a violent hit. That car is toast, and that's not what that 18 wanted. He was looking excellent compared to 2 weeks ago, and he's going to have to take a fast repair here, folks, and the 7 barely gets by there. So let's go back live here. Yeah, he's going to bring it down pit lane, and that's unfortunate for that number 18 machine. We'll see about the 73 here. Looks like he's still in the field, but he lost 6 spots since the start. Not what that 73 Sheen needs. But remember, there's a 13 incident point limit tonight, and those guys just used up what looked to be 4. So not very much left here if they want to get things done. Dominic Hunter coming back out. Looks like he's got that fast repair all done up. He's going to try to catch up to the field here. We'll get a better look at that front end. It looks like he's got it repaired. Yep. Car's all repaired. He looks like he's ready to get back out on track here, folks. Well, that's going to be his last one for the night. And he's going to catch back up to that field. Matthews still starting pull on the outside or inside here on this restart. Bryson Richardson going to start outside pull. Bobby Graddy in third. He moved up 3 spots off that restart. Dylan Matthews up to 4th here, up 1 spot. Josh Childress up 3 spots. Alto in that 54 is going to be moving up a spot. Lemke up 3 spots. Gill up a spot. And of course, Ecalbarger, unfortunately, getting together with the 18 car. Doesn't look like he's going to get sent to the back or anything on this one yet. He isn't tapped, so. The 18 at the back of the pack here, and we'll see what can happen. Still plenty of time here, folks, and we're going to get going green here momentarily. Light should be out on the pace car here. We'll be 1 to green. Lights go out on the pace car. Kyle Matthews leading us around to the green flag here. Your pole starter. Outside of him will be Bryson Richardson. 3rd place will be Bobby Graddy. 4th place, Dylan Matthews. And then 5th place will be Josh Childress. So let's take a quick look at our point standings here before they get going again. Bryson Richardson going to be at the top of the board there with 101 points after tonight. I'm not sure what the points are looking like, but I know neither driver, 1st and 2nd, Ryan Macleod, scored points tonight in the heat race or qualifying. Tim Garske not here tonight, sitting in P3. Taylor Alto, I know, scored some points there. Bobby Graddy scored some points. Matthews, unfortunately, not able to score points. Nate Garske not here tonight in 7. Ecalbarger here. Not sure why he is below Garske, but a little error there in the point standings. He should be up a spot. Or, excuse me. Nate Garske and Ecalbarger have points messed up there. Dominic Hunter in 9th and Josh Childress in 10th with 10 points. So we're going to go green here, ladies and gentlemen, as Kyle Matthews is going to lead us around to the field start. We're going to see what can happen. Great start again for Matthews on that inside. Still gets 3 or 4 car lengths on Bryson Richardson. It's like he's falling asleep on these restarts. Bobby Graddy quick to second on the inside of Bryson Richardson. And we're 2 by 2 for 3rd and 4th. Josh Childress looking inside of Bryson Richardson. And he's going to get the spot on him. Down the backstretch, Bobby Graddy pulls out a line. Go back to Josh Childress here. He's running second, looking real strong. Bryson Richardson on the outside, coming back to fight Isaiah Gill up to 4th spot, and it looks like he's moving strong. Looking on the inside of that 08 car. He's going to look inside. They're side by side in 1, and Bryson Richardson gives up the spot. Josh Childress marching strong on that 29 car. Looks inside, going into turn number 3. He's there inside at his quarter panel. Will Josh Childress be able to make the move work on that 29 car? We've seen that 29 car in the wall. Oh, he's disappearing. He's still there. They're fighting side by side. Matthews holding tight, and Isaiah Gill's there. Isaiah Gill now looking for his way up to the top. Josh Childress puts up the track into Matthews. Matthews going to get sent up the track wide, and now Josh Childress takes the point. Matthews falling back here. Isaiah Gill on the inside into turn number 3, and he might clear him here. Matthews has lost 2 spots in 1 lap, and he's holding Isaiah Gill real tight there coming out of turn number 4. Josh Childress to the lead. Kyle Matthews in 2nd. Isaiah Gill in a close 3rd, and here's Dylan Matthews in 4th. We got a caution, a car in the middle of the track. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The 7 car was parked on the middle of the track. Let's go back and take a look. What happened? He took out a bunch of cars there. What happened here? He was parked on the inside, and he just came up. He doesn't cause a caution because he's on the inside of the track and just pulls up in front of traffic. It looks like he already has prior damage, and oh my goodness. Just catches a bunch of drivers off guard. Nobody expects it. Bryson Richardson gets into him. Oh, he's going to need a fast repair. Ryan Macleod gets into him as well, and it's calamity out here, folks. The 7 car just parks it in the middle of the track. I think he is having difficulty there. Got it moving again, and it just stalled right there in front of traffic. So I expect that number 7 machine to come down pit road. That's a rough start to the season for that number 7 machine. It looks like he's off track now. Let's see here, he's parked it on the inside lane. He's not moving. Yeah, he's on the inside of turn number 1 here, and he doesn't have that thing rolling, so. Go on board with Josh Childress. I know he was close. Look at that damage there on that right rear. This is the right rear we're taking a look at right now. Get a better look on the front end. Make sure there's no damage on that. Looks like there's no damage there on that front end of the 77 up to 1st. We'll take a look here at Ryan Macleod. He's coming down pit lane. Scott Colm down pit lane. Ecalbarger's down pit lane. So Dominic Hunter is not out on track. Bryson Richardson not out on track. He's in pit lane here. Unfortunate way for the 08 to start. He was your points leader coming into tonight, and just a errant error by the 7 car, and it looked like there was nothing he could have done. He had nowhere to go. So this is going to work out for the 37's favor, albeit he has to use his only fast repair tonight. And the 37 here has a chance to make up quite a bit of ground on 08 headed into the final race of the season if the 08 can't get back out on track. I know he's still waiting on a tow. Matthews down pit lane here. Unfortunate way for him to start regular season, or sorry, preseason, his debut. But we're gonna go green again with Josh Childress on point, Matthews to his outside, Gill inside second row and third. Looks like Dylan Matthews gonna move up to fourth here, and Lemke in fifth. Alto sitting in sixth right now, buying his time, saving those tires, and Grady's in seventh. Barker back up to eighth. Colm and McLeod round out the top 10. So Bryson Richardson still down pit lane. Matthews still down pit lane. See if those guys can get their cars back out on track here. Unfortunate start for that 08 machine. He's going to need a miracle here if he wants to get back out there and make up some ground. Looks like Bobby Graddy is down pit road here. We're going to get going green here. Josh Childress is going to lead us to the green flag. Lights are out on the pace car. We're 2 by 2 by 2. Matthews to his outside. Isaiah Gill inside second row. Dylan Matthews outside second row. Josh Childress going to take us to the point here. Looking for the green flag. And the green flag is out. Josh Childress with a great restart there. Just like Matthews, going to have 3 or 4 car lengths. Matthews doesn't get going, and that's going to leave the door open for Isaiah Gill to move up to second. Isaiah Gill takes over that second spot off the number 29 of Kyle Matthews. Kyle Matthews is left scratching his head wondering what happened there on the restart. After 2 successful restarts for him, he's on the receiving end of his great restarts. Matthews looks inside of the 29. The 29 dives it strong. Isaiah Gill on the inside, looks around, can't make anything happen. Oh my goodness. Dylan Matthews gets in the wall. They save it. Oh, he's getting into the inside of it. That is a huge wreck, folks. The 17 to 54 get together. It looked like the 73 also hit the wall. The 73 is out.
But I'll leave this one on you if you
want. My goodness, the 73 no front end. It looked like Matthews just got together with. We'll take a look here. It looked like Matthews got together with the 54 coming off of turn number 4, and this just continued down into turn number 1. We'll take a look again. We'll go slow-mo in here. Take a look. Yeah, Matthews in the wall. Loose still. Loose. Coming down. Alto's there. Alto's there. And he just gets into him a little bit. Gets that car all out of whack. And once it's out of the way, it's out of the way. He's trying everything he can. It's on skates right now. Trying to keep it together. It looks like he might get a little help. Oh, yeah, he does get a little help from the 66 and right down into that 54 machine. And that 54 machine also comes down as well, and they continue wrecking down into turn number 1. So quite a bit of wrecks here in the early opening of round number 3, and taking out quite a lot of quick drivers here. A lot of drivers 2 weeks ago that were running for the win, both the 17 and 54. Matthews led 60 laps. 60 laps in round number 2 at Richmond, and doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much tonight, especially with the car. It's all damaged up like that. We'll see if he got it fixed here. It looks like it is all fixed up for him. So 73 car going to bring it down pit lane here to come down and get his fast repair. The one's coming back down pit lane. Alto's down pit lane as well. It looks like he's still got a bunch of damage on that front end. So 54 is going to have to repair. Matthews is all fixed up, it looks like. Doesn't look terrible. Get a better look here. But not the way these two wanted to start. Remember, take a look at our point standings currently, and Matthews and Alto are only separated by 3 points. That is correct. 7th and 8th are reversed here, but that is correct that the 6th place car and the 4th place car are fighting pretty close for points, especially when the top 5 are going to come home with prizes. So they're looking for that 5th spot. But right now, Josh Childress is going to lead us again, and Isaiah Gill is going to be in 2nd after a strong push on that restart. We'll see if that 77 machine or the 18 car in game will be able to get it done on this restart. Fabulous Isaiah Gill on the side of that number 2 machine. Bryson Richardson going to get the wave around here. He might make it back onto the lead lap. Just what he needed after getting that car all fixed up. Matthews, I think Devin Matthews is going to be out of the race tonight. Looks like he's having technical difficulties with his computer. Hopefully we can get that all figured out before the start of the regular season next week. But right now, Josh Childress going to lead us around 1 to green here. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to get started for our 4th restart of the night, 3rd caution. That number 2 outside, you see that fabulous Isaiah Gill and that number 2 machine on the outside of him. Kyle Matthews in the 29 going to start P3 after losing 2 spots there in that previous restart. Lemke up to 4th now on the outside of Matthews, up 6 spots. Don't look now, Ryan Macleod in that Reese's machine moving back up into the 5th position after a rough start to race number 3. All right, folks, drop down in the comments. Who do we expect to win? It looks like that 77's real strong, but earlier in the race, earlier in the week, it looks like Macleod said the tires wear off pretty quick, so we'll see who can get it done. Better not use your stuff up too much before we get to lap number 55. All right, count them down here, ladies and gentlemen. Pace car will be pulling off momentarily. We'll be going green. See it, the iRacing pace car will pull down pit lane. Josh Childress will lead us around. The green flag is out. Childress with a great jump, but Isaiah Gill smelled him out. That's the best restart we've seen all night. Isaiah on the outside of that number 18 machine, getting into turn number 1. Gill on the outside of Childress, and we got a battle for the lead coming down the backstretch here. Gill with a strong run. Childress trying to side draft. He's going to be clear. Gill takes the top spot, but can he lead to the point? Big run on the inside for the number 77 machine, and he's going to have him clear off of turn number 4. Childress disappears for a second, but still comes back as the leader. Lemke moves up to 3rd and gets 3rd spot from Kyle Matthews there. Alto on the inside of Matthews. He gives him a big bump, a big shove coming out of 2. Inside of the number 29 for 4th place is going to be Taylor Alto, side by side, down the backstretch. Josh Childress holding strong on that number 2 machine here. Can he make anything happen on the 77? Looked great on the restart, but now the 77's taking that point and starting to run. Lemke waiting in the rings here, waiting for a mistake. Your fastest car, your pole position, 10 points tonight for that 55. Can he bring home full points? Needs to lead a lap and take home the race win. Gill all over the back bumper of Childress, and that's putting the 18 machine you see out there all out of whack. No, that is not Dominic Hunter. That is Josh Childress there for you. Just running a different number tonight. And he's leading. We're 3 wide in the back. Ryan Macleod on the inside. Oh, the 17's going around. Dylan Matthews going around. No caution yet. Caution's out now. Looks like the 17 went around off the inside of the 66. That front bumper there. Caught the left rear. Yeah, it looks like you just caught the left rear. We'll get a better look here. Take a look. Matthews, the center car there, the 17 in the middle there. Colm just comes up into the 17's left rear, and around goes the 17 machine. 3 wide coming out of 4, and someone had to give, and it looks like the 17 machine was the unfortunate one there. So that'll stack these guys back up after what was the longest green flag run of the night, unfortunately. So 17 will catch back up with the field here, and we'll go green once again, but a rough night for these guys. We haven't had this many cautions in a little while, and I think the tensions are getting to them. We're getting to the tail end of this preseason, and these guys are fighting for what they can get. Second in the comments, Berserker. Isaiah is washed. He won't win. Oh, no. Looks like we got some Gill haters in the comments here. Maybe he's a Childress fan. We don't know. But Isaiah Gill was all over the back bumper of Childress there, but we still got plenty of time. Not even halfway yet. When we take the green, it'll be just about halfway. We're on our 4th caution tonight. It's like the 18 machine is going to come down. Oh, nope, not coming down pit lane. Gill, Lemke coming down pit lane here. Looks like Macleod's coming down pit lane as well. So we'll take a look here and see what they're doing. Are they getting tires, or are we getting anything looks like? Childress has gone the full 21. Matthews has gone the full 21. You can see here between the yellow and the blue for Taylor Alto in 3rd. He's ran 14 laps to come down the pit. Now he's run 7 laps. So a lot of these guys coming down pit lane, it must be for fuel. I don't think these guys are allowed tires tonight. So trying to get fuel, fill up for the end of the race here. Ecalbarger still sitting down pit lane. He might be done for the night. Unfortunate end to the 73's night. Looks promising for a little while, but got caught up in quite a bit of calamity there. Dominic Hunter still out there on track. Bryson Richardson, 2 weeks ago winner. Running strong in that 5th spot. Colm up to 4th. No taps or anything on that. Doesn't look like he's going to the back on that. So the Coolers Light Machine going to stay in the 4th spot there. Not sure who's up in 3rd yet. Looks like Matthews and Alto, not sure either. Matthews moving up to the 2nd spot. So Childress going to be on the point once again. Led majority of the laps tonight so far. 29 machine who started pole is going to be in 2nd spot. Alto, 54 in the 3rd spot. Colm going to be in the 4th spot after getting into the 17 machine out of turn number 4 to bring out the 4th caution tonight. So let's see. Bryson Richardson starting 5th on this restart. Bobby Graddy sitting in 6th. He's come down pit lane a couple times here. So we'll see what these guys can do. Can we get a green flag running? I don't know. This is looking more like iPacing, not iRacing. Gill coming to the inside. Looks like he's moving up a couple spots. As Dylan Matthews rejoins the field in 11th position. Lights are out on the pace car. Josh Childress is going to lead us to the green flag. Pace car is going to pull off right here, ladies and gentlemen. Josh Childress has a race in his hands. Can Matthews stay on him on the restart here? Leaders had a great restart every time. And there's that number 18 machine just taking off like a bullet on the restart. Matthews once again left in the dust. Now he's going to be put 3 wide. 66 backs out of it down the front stretch there, and Alto takes the inside on the 29, moving up to 2nd. Childress with the 3-car lengths lead on Alto. Matthews looking all over the back bumper of that number 54, inside of the 54 down the backstretch. Can he make it work? Inside, he gets to the inside of 54. We're clear. Oh, we got a big wreck going on in the back here. Lemke's around. Matthews around. Hunter's around. What happened there?
Really?
We are going to go back and take a look. What happened here? Richardson. It looks like Richardson and Lemke get together. We'll take a look. Yeah, we're side by side down the backstretch here. We'll get the chopper aerial here. Yeah, it looks like the 55 doesn't expect the 08 to be there, and they get together. And Matthews, nowhere to go. Barely hits him with a phantom hit. I guess he just got hit by Casper, and then the 18 gets in the back bumper of the 08, and that destroys the front end of the 18 machine there. Hunter loses his front bumper. You see it on the track there. And that's going to be a bunch of debris we're going to have to clean up. Dylan Matthews parked it. You see here. Gets it rolling again. Doesn't look like he's got too much damage, but still enough on the front end of that 17 machine. Macleod on the inside here. Yeah, it looks like we got some damage there on the 17 machine. So he's down pit lane. Looks like he's got it all fixed up. 18 machines in pit lane here. Ecalbarger still sitting there. Lemke's going to be back out on track. Doesn't look like he's got too much damage going on. Doesn't look like anyone on that vehicle he's got too much damage. And Richardson got a bunch of rear end damage here, but he's got no more faster pairs, and not the night he's wanted. He's been really rough for that 08 machine. Especially compared to Richmond there 2 weeks ago when he came on with the win. So, Bryson Richardson, unfortunately, caught up in a bunch of drama tonight, and we're just now hitting halfway. It's been one heck of a race, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of pacing. We'll be right back when the field goes to take the green.
Thing they call the balls. 4-barrel Holly and a dual exhaust. She can burn rubber for a half a block. And there ain't a quarter mile I ever lost. Look at me. Wanna be James Dean. I'll be standing on the pedal, pushing it to the metal, listening to the devil on my shoulder. I don't know where I'm headed, but I bet you I'm coming fast. If I'm going fast. In '83, I got my first guitar. Daddy knew the back door to every bar. I learned my lesson way back then.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the lights are out on the pace car. We're back here for our sixth restart of the night after a big pile up between the 55 and 08, collected the 17 and 18 as well. We're going to get going green here. Looks like Josh Childress having a little bit of connection issues. Pace car is off. We're going to be going green here, ladies and gentlemen.
Green flag.
We have a mix-up. I don't know what's going on between the 29 and the 54, but a weird restart here, folks, and then the 77 licked the stamp and sent it. 4/10 on second place. Matthews out of nowhere. He must have had to catch up to the pack, and Alto's going to battle on the outside. One of the weirdest restarts we've seen in Northwest Short Track Tour history. Scott Coleman fourth. Isaiah Gill going to have to work his way back up to the second spot. Bobby Graddy hot on his tail in sixth, and Andrew Lemke caught up in that pile up on the outside of Bobby Graddy for sixth. Looking for the sixth spot. He might get it here, and looks like he's going to have it at the line. Childress with a 0.4 of a second lead on Taylor Alto in the second spot, followed closely behind by Kyle Matthews. 2 tenths off now for Taylor Alto. Down the backstretch here. Trying to catch up to that number 77 machine. The draft is also important. Isaiah Gill up to the 4th position. Matthews looks inside of Taylor Alto. Alto has to move out of the way, and that's going to open the door for the 29 car to move up the 2nd spot. Alto's in the wall. Gill all over the back bumper of Kyle Matthews for 2nd spot. Looking outside, closes the door. That 29 is driving hard. Inside of the 77 looks at 29. I don't think it's going to work. 77's going to have a great run down the backstretch. So is that number 2 machine. The 2 machine looks low on that 29. Inside, going into turn number 3. They're side by side, battling for second. Gill wraps the bottom. Can he make it work on the 29? He might have him clear out of turn number 4. He does. Second, give it to Isaiah Gill on that 2 car. Back and forth to 29 and 2 have swapped these 2 spots since the restart. Now looking inside of the number 77 machine is that 2 machine. He's working his way up to the top of the board. Down the backstretch they go. Childress trying to break the draft on the 2 machine. Matthews still holding strong on that 2 machine, and Alto sitting in 4th, trying to figure out a way around. Matthews all over the back bumper of that 2 machine. Lemke's moved up to 5th. Combs dropped down back to the 6th spot. We have a big gap between them and Graddy, about 0.6 of a second. Bryson Richardson, Ryan Macleod, and Dominic Hunter having to figure their way around the track. Dylan Matthews way in the back there too. The battle heats up for second. Matthews looks inside of Isaiah Gill, pushes up the track, gets into the side of the 2 car. 3 wide off the corner. Alto takes second. Big wreck. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, thank God this is virtual, because someone would have been on the stretcher after that. That is a bad wreck by the 29 and the 2 car. Oh my goodness, what a wreck. Let's get a good look here. 3 wide coming out of 4. That 66 is all the way in the grass. 20. Oh my goodness. 29 just destroys that front stretch wall. That car is in a mess. You could see that right front tire just dangling, looking for a home, and the 2 gets caught up in it. The 2 uses a pick there, and he's going to have to go home and take a fast repair. The 29 fighting for every ounce he had, and, you know, it just wasn't enough to get by, and he just gets into the 66. They move up. Whoa, what a big wreck. At 29, he's already got his fast repair done, it looks like. No, never mind. Don't quote me too fast, because that front end is not there. He's going to have to come down and figure out what to do in that right front, and all of a sudden he's found a home. So looks like it's intact. You can hear that right front on that 2 car is, look at it, it's just standing straight up. Not like it should be. He's going to have to come down and take his fast repair. But Alto, move Alto. The Miller Highlight 54 in the 2nd spot after that calamity. Lemke's going to move up to 3rd. Bobby Grady's going to move up to 4th. We're going to see Bryson Richardson move up to 5th after being caught up in all that drama. So bring the 29, bring the 2 down pit road. Matthews is down pit road as well. Dylan Matthews, I should say. Colm and Hunter, looks like they're not out on track yet. Colm, big wreck for Colm, unfortunately. But Matthews and nephew and uncle combo down pit road. Dylan Matthews gets back out on track here. Kyle Matthews still down pit lane. Isaiah Gill is going to pull out of line here. Keep going again. Matthews get going again. No front end for that number 29 machine. An unfortunate run for him. It looks like he's all but over. Looks like his wheel is out of alignment, unfortunately. Not going to work out well for him. So Isaiah Gill gets his car a refresh. He's got a brand new machine underneath him after that wreck. No more for him for the rest of the night. Move Taylor Alto up to the second spot. Josh Childress into the first spot. Been leading most of the majority of the race here. And Andrew Lemke sitting in third. Rating fourth still. Bryson Richardson in fifth. So what an eventful night it has been tonight. After going so many laps green 2 weeks ago, now we've pretty much had caution after caution. We've had a good, decent green flag run that last run there, about 5 or 6 laps, but still been a wreck fest, that's for sure. Looks like the pace lights are out on that iRacing pacing machine. Childress will lead us around and we'll get going green coming out of turn number 4. We have 20 laps to go, folks. Now that we've come to the back half of this race, drop in the comments who you think is going to get it done. Childress has led a majority of the race up to this point. Taylor Alto, new runner up front. Andrew Lemke sitting in third. Your pole winner tonight. Who's going to get it done? Pace car is going to pull off here. Josh Childress is going to lead us to the green flag, and the green flag is out. Childress with a great start. Alto to his outside. Childress gets a full car length on him. Andrew Lemke in third. Side by side for third on back. Bobby Graddy on the outside of Lemke. Lemke's clear into turn number 2. Richardson's clear for fifth. Isaiah Gill fouls into 6th. Macleod in 7th. Single file down the backstretch. We're all neck and neck. You could put a blanket under all these guys. Alto looking low on the 77. Can't quite make it clear. Childress got about a car length on that 54. Lemke's hot on the tail of the 54. And Bobby Graddy looking inside for third on Andrew Lemke. Don't look now. Guess who's there? Isaiah Gill trying to get around that 08 of Bryson Richardson for 5th. Side by side from third on back. And Alto's all over the back bumper of that 77. Can he get it done? Lemke's in the wall. But he still holds that spot on the outside. Isaiah Gill is going to take advantage of him. Gets around him on the inside after Lemke catches the wall, loses all his momentum, and he's got a freight train on him now. Bobby Graddy up to third. Down the backstretch here, folks. Lemke all over the back bumper. Bobby Graddy making it work. Alto looking all over that 77 for the lead. Trying to break the draft on him. Still got about a car length down the front stretch here. Single file throughout the field. Lemke looking on the inside of Bobby Graddy. At his quarter. Can he make it work down the backstretch? Grady's got the preferred line. He's still there at his door, and we got a battle heating up here for third. Not to mention the lead. Lemke looking strong on the inside of that one machine. Gill waiting for his turn. Gill in the wall. Gill saves it, but loses a momentum. They touch getting into turn number 1. Graddy, Lemke, touch getting into turn, and they're still side by side coming out of turn number 2. Down the back stretch here, folks. Graddy, Lemke, side by side. Looks like Grady's going to clear. Graddy definitively in third. 55 looking strong for Isaiah Gill in 5th. We could put a blanket under these guys. Childress walking away with it now. He's got about 3 car lengths on 54 here. Taylor Alto. The 55 looking strong on the inside down the backstretch on Bobby Graddy. This is for third. Side by side, door to door. Gill waiting for somebody to make a mistake so he can come in. Lemke works it strong, and I think he's clear of that number 1 machine. He is. Lemke takes third. Andrew Lemke up to third now, and he's going to have to make work here quick because there's only 13 laps to go. Isaiah Gill trying to look on that 1 machine. That 1 machine's too strong for him. Can't get down the backstretch here. Lemke, Grady, that's your biggest battle on track right now for third place. Isaiah Gill looking on the inside of that 1 machine. Not enough run down the front stretch here. He's still there on the inside though, getting into turn number 1. Isaiah Gill might be clear. He is clear. Bobby Grady up to 4th. Give that spot to Isaiah Gill. And Bobby Grady's lost 2 spots in the last 3 or 4 laps now. But these fast guys are moving up forward. Andrew Lemke's cut down his time by about 2/10, and he's got a pace to get up to the front and lead. Josh Childress still to the point here. Got about 2 car lengths now on Taylor Alto in second. Bryson Richardson and Ryan Macleod battling out for 6th spot here. Inside looks Macleod. Can't make anything work down the backstretch. They're single file. Alto looking around, trying to find some room, but he can't make anything work. Lemke's in a wall down the front stretch. That kills all the 55's momentum and give that spot to Isaiah Gill, who moves up in the 3rd spot. Capitalizing off a mistake from Lemke coming out of 4, Isaiah Gill moves up to 2nd, and that opens the door for Bobby Grady and Bryson Richardson to make a move. Side by side down the front stretch, or back stretch here. Bobby Grady is on the outside. Lemke on the inside. Bryson Richardson looking on the inside of 55, trying to make it 3 wide. Side by side out of turn number 4. They almost touch. Side by side from 5th on back. Lemke looking on the inside. Still side by side into turn number 1. They're close here, folks. Coming out of turn number 2, they're still side by side. Lemke almost into the 1 machine down the backstretch. Side draft goes to the 55. Looks on the inside. Bobby Grady holding strong. Oh, he gets shoved up out of the groove. Opens the door for Macleod. Bobby Grady all over in the wall. The 55 pushes that. The 55 just pushed him up the track, and I think that was it for Lemke. He's disqualified. Lemke's met his incident point limit, and that was it for the 55 machine. His night's over. Wow. So what a turn of events here, folks. Matthews still on track. Kyle Matthews here. He's a lap down, and he's going to get that spot on Lemke to move up to 8th. Childress still your leader. He's got 6/10 on Isaiah Gill. Remember, Childress was your fastest car in practice, and I didn't get the pole position, but he's looked dominant since he took that spot over from Kyle Matthews and hasn't quite given it up. 7 laps to go, coming to 6. Alto's giving up 2nd spot to Isaiah Gill. Isaiah Gill's going to have to march his way forward if he wants to get anything done. He's got about 1/10 to make up each lap here, a little bit more than that on Josh Childress and a number 77 machine. Our biggest battle on track right now goes to 4th spot between Richardson, Macleod, and Bobby Grady. Down the backstretch here, Macleod on the outside of Bryson Richardson for 4th spot. Macleod takes the 4th spot, and that's your points lead right there. That 37 Reese's and that Mobile 108. Those two are who you want to watch for your points standings championship. Grady looks the outside of the 08. Down the front stretch here, that is going to be for the 5th position. Grady looking outside. He's got a nose over the 08, the 5th. Richardson on the inside still. Can't make anything work. Trying his best here, but that outside is just too strong down the back stretch. Richardson pushes up the track, gets into the 1 machine. They keep it off the wall. Still side by side down the front stretch here. Richardson still looking strong on the inside, trying anything he can. But I think Grady's got him clear, especially down this backstretch here with a big run coming out of that 1 machine. We'll see if he can get it done. No, he doesn't. And that's going to leave the door open for Bryson Richardson to stay on his bumper here. Still side by side. And Childress up at the front has pretty much walked away. He's got a second gap now on Isaiah Gill. 3 laps to go. Alto's running third. In fourth place is Ryan Macleod. So Ryan leading around these two here, Bryson Richardson and Bobby Graddy for fifth. Richardson needs to get this spot here if he wants to hold on to the lead going in to the next portion of the preseason. Bobby Graddy holding strong on the outside here. Richardson still trying to make it work on the inside. Can't get anything done down the front stretch here. They're still side by side. Richardson at the door. Give that lap to Bobby Graddy. 2 to go. And they've got Ryan Macleod all by his lonesome. And that might bring things into perspective here as the draft gets amplified. Whoever gets behind that 37 Reese's machine. So Bobby Graddy going to have a good tow down the backstretch, and he's clear of the 08. Can Grady get around that 37 machine? This is looking good for Ryan Macleod points-wise tonight. Bryson Richardson needs to get around this one machine if he wants to hold on to any manageable points gap going into the last race of the preseason next week. The final lap is out. Josh Childress walking away with this one, 1.6 seconds back on Isaiah Gill. Josh Childress pretty much take a nap before he gets to the start-finish line here, and Josh Childress is coming around. He is going to be race number 3's race winner at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Josh Childress takes the win. Isaiah Gill takes second. Taylor Alto rounds out your top 3 and third. Bryson Richardson gets around Macleod for 4th position. I want to go back and take a look at that. That was not how we left it. What happened here? Are you kidding me? What a race. Richardson held the inside that long on the, wasn't even the preferred groove, and couldn't quite get anything done. Bobby Graddy hung out to dry there, and Richardson made it work on Ryan Macleod for 4th spot, and that's going to increase his points lead over Ryan Macleod going into race number 4. Look at that. Richardson gets Macleod at the line by a full car length there. And that's it, folks. Josh Childress going to bring him home. Burn it down, Josh. We'll have a word with him here in a moment, folks. 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our post-race report here. We got Isaiah Gill and Josh Childress up here in the booth. We'll get our word here quickly with Isaiah Gill, your second place finisher tonight. So Isaiah Gill, congratulations on your second place finish there. You had to start a little bit further in the back. Looks like you worked your way up 7 spots here to finish home second. How'd you get it done here tonight?
Honestly, I don't know. I just kind of follow. I suck here, so I just following Josh's line, and he did it a lot better than I did, and it showed. Got to come back next time and put a little more practice in.
All right. Well, you didn't look too bad out there. I mean, you worked your way up 7 spots. That put you a P2 on. It looked like you qualified P2 in qualifying there, so you're going to bring home some points there. I know this is your first race for preseason. How can we expect you here for the regular season races?
Yes, I'm gonna win them all.
All righty here. That was your second place finisher. Looks like he's going to win them all. Started out second here tonight, but from here on out, looks like Isaiah Gill is going to win out the season. Might as well wrap up the championship. Is that what you're saying?
No.
That's not what he's saying, but he's going to win them all. All right. Confounding lies here. We'll figure out which one he's going to do. Take home the championship or win every race. Josh Childress might have something to say about that. But before you get out of here, Isaiah, you got anybody you want to thank?
I'd like to thank everybody who watched and Josh Childress for nothing.
All right. Thank you, Isaiah Gill. Congratulations on your second place finish. We'll see you next weekend.
Thank you. We'll have fun.
All right. That was your second place finisher, Isaiah Gill. Right now, I got with me Josh Childress, your race winner. Led 49 laps tonight. Put on a clinic in front of these guys and makes a case for a championship favorite, I think, for the regular season. Josh, tell us how you got it done. You look quick in practice. Didn't get the pull there. Just came up a little bit short, but very close to a full points night tonight and looking very strong for the regular season. Tell us how you got it done.
Oh, thanks, Travis. It's a fun race for sure. I just kind of practiced a little bit, the draft helped a lot for practice time, but qualifying just went out, just tried to not knock the wall down, keep the fenders on it. But it was a little tight off of 4, so I just kind of put in my own mind of how to run and kind of save tires since we didn't get any. So it just happened to work out in my favor this time.
Well, you look good out there and had a little bit of a confusion as to what was going on. I knew we didn't have any tires. Were you guys having to come down and pit for fuel? Was fuel an issue tonight?
Yeah, it said the race was 55 laps and we had 54 laps of fuel. So we were debating on whether to throw a competition caution or not, and they decided to. But I just turned the car off and saved fuel, and there at the end of the race, I had 12 laps of fuel saved up. So from all the yellows, so I didn't pit.
Well, that worked out in your favor. Bringing home 49 laps led, put on an absolute clinic here. Josh Childress looking like a favorite for the regular season. We're going to be taking the mini stocks to Lanier for 60 laps here next week. You think you can get it done in the mini stocks? Quite a bit different card, absolutely different track. So I know you're a former Northwest Mini Stock Tour champion, but the drive's a lot different on the game compared to here. Do you think you can get it done next week as well?
Absolutely not. Isaiah's going to dump me every chance he gets to win those races. So he'd spend his own grandma out to win. So I don't think I got a shot at all.
Well, that's some strong words here coming out of the number 77 machine. That number 2 machine did say he was going to win every single race, so I wouldn't put it past him. But Josh Childress, is there anybody you'd like to thank before you get out of here tonight and enjoy this celebration?
Yeah, Isaiah for not wrecking me tonight. Gave me a night off. But anyway, my teammates, Corey Ecalbarger, Georgie's Highway to Hobbies. Check them out for all your hobby shop needs. I got some pretty cool shit up there. Travis for putting this on, and just all the fans for coming out.
All right. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.
And that is going to conclude tonight's race here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Northwest Short Track Tour preseason race number 3. Let's take a final look here at our race results and go through the list here. So Josh Childress, of course, your race winner tonight. Josh Childress bringing it home with the win. Isaiah Gill followed in second. We just got off the mic with both of them. Taylor Alto, unfortunately, wasn't able to make it into the voice chat here, so we weren't able to get a word with him, but he's going to bring home third. Bryson Richardson, remember that final replay there? We saw Bryson take over that 4th spot from Ryan Macleod on the last lap from Bobby Graddy, and that's going to put him P4. P5 will be Ryan Macleod, and P6 Bobby Graddy. And then rounding out the remainder of the top 10, we got Dylan Matthews 7th, Kyle Matthews in 8th, Andrew Lemke in 9th after DQing tonight, and then Scott Colm in the 10th spot. Finishing out the field here, we got Dominic Hunter in 11th, Corey Ecalbarger 12th, and Devin Matthews. That rounds out your field. That'll do it for us here tonight, folks. Thanks for coming out and watching the broadcast here, working through the trials and tribulations, but we'll see you guys next week. Mini Stocks Lanier, 60 laps. Should be a great one. That'll be the regular season start for the Northwest Short Track Tour, and that'll be the season finale for the preseason 4-race brawl we've been putting on here tonight. Tonight was just preseason race 3. We're going to finish it out next week and begin our regular season, so expect more drama, more action, and more of Isaiah Gill and Josh Childress getting into it tonight or next week. So thank you guys for watching tonight. As always, we'll be back. Follow us on Facebook, Northwest Short Track Tour. Get more followers on there. We'll be broadcasting live on there as well. So you guys take care. Thanks for coming out tonight. As always, thank you fans for watching at home. Thank you drivers for racing with us this week. It's Travis